So we're a wholesale fibre provider. We build fibre broadband networks in around the Humber region, based in Hull. We provide connectivity for wholesale ISPs to be able to resell to the consumer base and to business customers. Around 2 years ago, the business received investment to be able to build a fibre network in the area. That was brought by lack of competition, certainly in the Hull area, and the feeling that choice was required for residential consumers when it came to home broadband products, specifically, but also business broadband products. The owners of the business saw an opportunity in the market to be able to make things fairer for the local community when it came to residential broadband, most certainly, with Hull being the most expensive city at the time for broadband in the UK, which didn't feel right. So when it came to our website, we were seeing we built a very nice website at the beginning, a very informational website that was able to give consumers information about ISPs that were on our network and in their area. They could do a postcode check to see if there was availability for them. It had the functionality to let prospective wholesale partners know how to get in touch and how to get in contact with us. But, one of the things that we wanted to do, and was something that's not really been done in the industry from a wholesale altnet, was to be able to offer our ISP wholesale partners actual broadband packages for sale in a kind of comparison site style on our website, which is when we came in contact with yourselves at SOFTIQ. We had this vision of building into our current website this comparison page, and we set out a brief of what it was we were trying to achieve, in terms of allowing the user to go through after they've put the postcode checker in, and instead of the traditional way of, after you've seen that connectivity is available in your area on the network, just giving you a list of wholesale providers from the ISPs, which can be quite a long list, and sending the user off to those websites to find prices and packages that might be useful for them on the individual website, which could be up to 14 different websites, which is it can be quite challenging for the user, and in terms of time, the average user wouldn't really have the time to do that. So we wanted to build that all into one page where we could bring all the packages, aggregate them together, and give the user some filters to help them achieve being able to find the right package for them as quickly as possible. Furthermore, then being able to actually choose their appointment date for their installation, before being able to pass that order through to our wholesale partner that the user has chosen. It seemed like a really big task at the time. It's because it was something that wasn't being done. But obviously, working with you at SOFTIQ, you guys at SOFTIQ, it was a really easy process from our point of view. The team that we worked with there, Hubert, Pietro, and yourself, Aneta, was really helpful. Always on hand. You understood the challenges. You gave us as much time as we needed to be able to map out the process and how we'd get to the point of achieving what we needed. The support that we got, specifically from Hubert, who was doing the actual development work, was unbelievable, especially when we went live. I think it's worth saying, and anyone who endeavours to be involved in any kind of software project, it will never be 100% when you go live. Never. The best software companies in the world. I'm obviously not telling you because you already know this at SOFTIQ, but there's always going to be some bugs that creep in. Even if you had the rest of your life to make a piece of code, there's still always going to be some challenges with that code due to the complexity of what it is you're doing. So when we did go live, there was a couple of very, very small problems in comparison to what we'd achieved, but the team were on hand to be able to fix them. And I remember one time it was even at 11 at night, UK time. We were working on fixing bugs from both sides. So no, I couldn't speak highly.
I think that the communication was brilliant. I think that we were just like ready. You said we go live, so we also prepare ourselves to have this time, in case something happens, So I think that what I really appreciated right from the beginning was the communication, which was like seriously on the highest level.
It's with any software project, and I've been through quite a few now. Been working in marketing in different industries. You are reliable, so you are reliant on software to be able to track, analyze, or even execute certain tasks. And having gone through many implementations of different pieces of software, whether it be a CRM, an analytical tool, or web development, communication with the people who are actually doing that development is so important.
Yes.
You could have the best developers in the world and the highest budget in the world, but unless you've got that communication in between the two to be able to say, this is what the business needs, this is the KPIs that we need to achieve from it, these are the goals, and be able to effectively communicate that with the dev team, and then equally for the dev team to be effectively communicating back how that can be achieved and making sure it's in a way that's useful to the business. Without that, it's it's a waste of time.
Absolutely agree. So generally we can sum up that we serve the whole society with the product that you delivered, that we delivered together, from a business perspective and development perspective. And I just observe your growth. Just remember, we met 2 years ago. We were like 20-ish company size. Now you are more than 140. Which also shows that this what you are doing in terms of helping society, your award-winning company. So the business is going really, really well. And
and I'd say the development work that you did at SOFTIQ for us has helped launch that, because like many things, when you have an idea and you try something, it doesn't always necessarily become the finished article from day one. And the launch of the development onto our website that you guys put together for us led us into a lot of other different avenues that weren't available previously. We soon realised that with the development that you've done, we had an order taking mechanism, which we didn't previously have. So having an order taking mechanism allowed us to be able to move into different sales channels, rather than it just being a kind of like an organic order journey through a website. So we've been able to branch out into door-to-door sales, telesales, and using the website as the backbone to process those orders. So it's really not just given us the straight avenue that's been really successful, far more successful than we thought it would. It was a real test case that we've now seen replicated within the industry from other companies. But it also gave us these extra channels in a way that the software allowed us to process that wasn't there before.
Okay. Which is brilliant to hear. So would you recommend SOFTIQ to be a tech partner for other businesses in Hull and the region?
Oh, most definitely. I think no matter the size of the business as well, and I think that's a really important part. So you can start off with the scope of a project that seems small, or you can start off with the scope of a project that seems big. But what I would say about SOFTIQ is just being able to sit in a room and really wireframe that out. From the small, we did some previous development before the main website that was on a much smaller level, and the process that we went through was the same whether it was a small or a large project. Having done both sides with yourselves now, it's a process that me as the client, I feel comfortable with, knowing that I come to you with this business challenge, whether it be a large or small one, and we can really just scope that out and know that there'll be key milestones, different stages of the development where we all know what's going on and what's expected of each of us. So I think it comes back to what we said earlier on about communication. That's the thing that you do really well throughout the whole process, that as the client makes you feel comfortable that you're in safe hands.
So just one word describing SOFTIQ, that would be what? Or maybe let's have 3 words.
I would say reliable, That's definitely one, because no matter what we've worked on together, I know I can rely on you to bring that crazy idea that we have in marketing to fruition through software. I'd say another word I'd choose was innovative. The solutions that we've come up with, as with a lot of software projects, scope changes as you're going through the development, especially from a non-technical person like myself. As you see the possibilities that are becoming available through the software that's being developed, you often get a little spark of another idea. If we can do X, maybe we can do Y as well, where Y wasn't something that you even considered possible in the beginning of the project. So I'd say the innovation that comes through the project development is something that I really appreciate when working with you guys, because the possibilities are not always present from day one until you go through that process and walk down that path and see what can be available. And that's something that's always been really well received through the projects that we've worked on.
Yeah, the crucial thing it is to try to understand the business and the business needs, and this future-proofing. We just want to know where the business plans to go, and that's really important for us to play this role of a kind of a consultant, tech consultant that will lead you, will guide you through the tech, just to deliver, whatever goals you aim, So I think this is the crucial, and I think that worked really well with us, just understanding where you want to be, and and understand the business growth, and we just try to help you through tech to achieve your goals. Yeah,
that's the thing. It's realizing that with tech, anything is really possible. It's being able to scope that in a way that's going to really attack a certain business challenge and give you the results that you're looking for.
Yeah.
And I think the scoping process that we went through really helped us set those clear goals and objectives, which for any project like this needs to be really clearly defined from the start.
Yeah. Okay, I think we have that.